Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever you might be listening to this. This is the Bus Pucks Podcast.
Podcast.
I'm Bert,
I'm Clay.
and we're here for week 3 of the NHL season and
Yes, yes, yes.
everything that happened therein. And I gotta be honest, Clay, I still don't know that I trust all of the results so far. You know? I-
I,
We're getting
yeah,
to the point where we're gonna have to start being like, yeah, okay, I guess this is what this team is. You know?
I think I gotta wait.
Because
I
we're.
might have to wait until everyone gets to 20 games. I like
That's
you can,
far, yeah.
yeah, you can see like
There are some
not
teams that are
everyone,
starting to separate, and some teams that look
not
terrible.
not everyone's at 10 yet,
No,
so they're
I
not even
think,
an eighth of the way through the season.
yeah, I think only a few
Um,
teams are at 10.
but there are some patterns and
Well, there,
trends.
well, we'll get to them, but like, there's a couple of teams that I'm like, wow, you're worse than I thought you were even going to be, and I didn't think you were going to be
Well,
that good.
one of our teams was my prediction last year, and we're a year late.
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're talking about.
like
Yeah, I'm. That's one that surprises me. That maybe not like that they're
it's
doing
just
that poorly.
amazing how if this goes the entire season,
Hmm.
it's amazing how much they overperformed last year.
Yeah, truly. But then on the flip side, there's also a bunch of teams that are doing way better than people thought they were going
Yeah,
to be. So there's both sides of the coin. So I don't know what to believe yet.
right. But like we're gonna get to some of these teams
Yeah,
where they like I had teams that get their 3 wins on the season this week.
true. Yeah, that's
Like
totally fair. Yeah. All right. Well, before we get to anything, what are you drinking, Clay?
I am drinking Big Ditch Brewing, their their long haul honey lager. Now this is in collaboration with the Buffalo Maritime Center
Ooh.
because this is the 200th anniversary of the Erie Canal, and
Oh.
in commemoration of that, they did a uh, voyage from Buffalo to Albany through the Erie Canal with like an old style. I think that is finished now, or it might be wrapping up, but it went through the Erie Canal from Buffalo to Albany. It was called the Seneca Chief. It's a replica canal boat.
Cool.
Yeah, this brew is barley, hops, clover, honey, and spruce tips.
Okay.
Yeah, which is often
That's
used
that's interesting.
for
Yeah.
oft, often used for brewing beer in the 19th century. So like
Ah, I see.
they went
Okay.
like an old style with
Got
this
it.
too.
Got it.
So it's pretty tasty.
Yeah.
It's I can't. Yeah, you can taste the honey, but there's something else to it. It's like lemongrass. Like
Mm.
the I think the spruce tips have lemongrass taste. It's pretty yummy.
All right. And I am drinking from Jackie O's in Athens, Ohio. Jackie O's Brewery in Athens, Ohio. The Chomo Lungma. And
Chomolungma.
I just wanna hold this up to the camera so you can see the the psychedelic Bigfoot that's on it.
Psychedelic. Yep.
Yeah, it's a crazy looking Bigfoot with like beads and a backpack on, holding a flag. That's why I bought it.
Oh,
That's
oh,
why I
I
buy
already.
a bunch of beers. Is like, hey,
That's
I
fair.
love that. I love that art.
I already know my next beer because they it's a brewery that brought back a discontinued beer. So I'm so
Ooh,
excited to see that again.
nice. And I guess since you gave a description of your beer, this is simply a brown ale with honey. It's good.
Ooh,
Nothing complex about it though. All right, let's get some let's get some news flowing, shall we?
you're
Not
up first.
much in the way of news this week. A couple things to hit on. The Islanders have been granted the 2027 All Star Game. If you guys
Which makes
remember,
sense
which makes sense
because they
because
lost
last
it.
year they were supposed to host it, and then they decided to do like the World Cup of Hockey esque games instead, and the Islanders were kind of mad about that. So they're getting the 2027 one, which I think is fair.
That's absolutely fair.
No
And,
All-Star
there's
game this year because of the Olympics.
because of the Olympics.
So that's good. That makes sense to me.
Absolutely.
The NHL is partnering with Polymart and Kalshi, which are both prediction markets, which
Interesting.
I guess technically isn't gambling, but feels like it's gambling.
Well, I'm going to jump in with some of my news
Sure.
because it's kind of related. The NBA just got hit with a massive.
I was going to bring
gambling
it up. I was going to
Yeah,
bring it up too. Yeah.
There are 30 plus people arrested,
Including the head
indicted.
coach of one of the teams, Chauncey Billups.
and one of
And a
Chauncey
player.
Billups and one of his players.
Yeah.
And you look at one of the plays where he makes some awful passes,
Mhm,
passes to nobody, and it's just
mhm.
ooh, they and this is right before the charges got hit.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
oh, were they even hiding it right then?
Well, it had something to do with running an illegal casino by the mafia?
There's
Right?
that, but Chauncey Billups apparently had an illegal casino, maybe in
I think it was in relation to the mafia.
to the mafia, where there was hidden cameras and that could view the players' cards.
That's right. He had some crazy devices, like
Some
X-ray,
crazy setup.
X-ray tables that could see the
Actually-
cards.
And glasses that could that had some infrared and could pick up stuff on certain marked cards.
Really wild story that everybody should go read
Wild
about.
story, which think of the bad refereeing in both the NFL this week
It
and
was
the NHL
really
this
bad
week.
NFL refereeing
Well,
this week.
Some of my news is Montreal called out the officials in the post game to their
Yes,
loss
they
to
did.
Edmonton.
Yes, they did.
Straight up called them out.
Well, because there was
rumor-
there was basically some phantom penalties that the refs called, really barely there was a
rumor is
boarding that was barely even a
that
penalty.
was the Slavkovska.
Yeah.
They might have said they got that one wrong. There is
okay.
unconfirmed reports that they admitted they got one call wrong. They didn't say which.
There was at least two that I know of that were really, really bad.
It was was it Druin? Is he still on the team? No.
Yeah, no,
Was
he's
it
on the
Anderson?
Islanders now.
I don't
Josh
remember.
Anderson. It doesn't matter.
They got scored on. He hit the puck down the opposite
Ah,
side. of
yeah,
ice.
that's right. And they called him for unsportsmanlike or something.
They called him for unsportsmanlike conduct, and Edmonton gets the winning goal on that penalty.
Yeah.
And that
pretty
was-
soft at best penalty.
It was either that or whatever he said to them afterwards.
Now, if he
after
said
the
if
goal,
he
so,
said something to the refs, if he cussed out the refs or used a slur or something like that, then sure, that's a penalty.
Sure, but it still could be pretty soft.
Yeah,
He could have just said that was bullshit, and then they
Yeah,
it was
true,
unsportsmanlike.
true.
We don't
or
know.
like a fuck you. If you call him for that, come on, man.
Right.
All right, so everybody keep an eye on that. That's all I wanted to say. I was going to bring up the whole NBA
Absolutely.
thing too.
Well, with all of the betting, where ESPN has their own
much
apps,
sports
you have
betting.
broadcasters
shit.
talking about that, and
Ugh.
gambling addiction is just as
It's as bad as almost anything
It's-
else.
absolutely
Because because with alcohol or
It's
drugs
so
that
pervasive.
destroys your body, but gambling it destroys you financially, which
financially, mentally,
is
and,
mentally
it can
yeah,
do
which is just as bad.
so much damage.
Yeah,
And to have it broadcast, and now it's on your phones.
it's insanity. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Look, if you want a sports bet, that's fine, but now with
shouldn't-
this NBA thing, the blatant just pouring in of commercials in the plays, during
Yes,
the gameplay,
absolutely.
them talking about Brian Russ score a goal anytime plus 150. It's just what? Shut the fuck up!
There's also
They got to be careful.
There's also speculation that LeBron could be implicated in this betting. This NBA.
That would be hilarious.
It'd
If
be wild.
LeBron, of all people.
I mean, just like Jordan.
I guess that's true. Now, he
The
might have a
rumor, the
gambling
rumor,
problem that I don't know about, but like the
the rumor is Jordan retired the first time because
yeah, because of gambling.
he was
So
going to get suspended. He was
yeah,
going to get suspended, so he retired, and he came back after his suspension would have been over.
yeah, yeah. So that NBA story is continuing to evolve.
But you could also believe, for Jordan, you could also believe he needed a mental break after his father
Sure,
was murdered.
that too, that too.
So, like,
All right. Hey, if you have a gambling problem, seek help, please.
absolutely.
All right. Last bit of news that I have is that Mitch Love. Remember, I think we talked about this in the previews.
We talked about it, yeah.
Mitch
We
Love
talked
has
about
been.
this even before.
That's true. So let's just scale back to the beginning of the offseason, at the end of our season of episodes. We were wondering, why the hell didn't anybody hire Mitch Love? What's going on? He was at the top of the
Especially-
Penguins list. He was at the top of the Bruins list.
And
What's
top of
happening?
Seattle's list, too.
And well, what it turns out is apparently, I'm not gonna say that he's guilty of anything necessarily, but the NHL did an investigation into a domestic violence accusation and suspended him for the entire season. And then I think
Yep.
the day after, Washington just
The day.
relieved him of his duties, which
Yeah,
says to me that there's probably some credence to these accusations.
The rumor is the victim called those teams.
Yes, yes, that was part of it too. Or the victim, or somebody in the organization that was like,
Yeah.
it
This is
was
coming
like,
down the
you
pike.
guys should not do this.
Don't
you know,
do it.
you guys should not hire him. That you're gonna get fucked. You know,
Because he was
it could have been the
Put
team
on a-
themselves. You know, it could have been
he
like,
was put on administrative leave
Yeah.
by the team before the season started.
you never know.
pending-
It could have been
pending this
Washington's
investigation.
owner being like, hey,
Absolutely.
don't hire him. You know, I who knows.
It doesn't have to be the owner. It could have
No.
just been the GM.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
assistant
somebody.
GM.
It could have been somebody up high. It could have been
Yeah.
just some other person in the
Yeah,
organization
in
or the
the
victim.
organization.
All right, that's all the news I got. You got anything else?
I have Toronto had some game times flexed due to the World Series.
Right.
Kucherov hit 1,000 points this week. Hedman hit
You did.
800 points this week in the same game, I believe.
That's awesome.
Vegas, we find out Carter Hart's actual contract. It is a 2x2.
Yeah.
He is currently in Henderson, getting back
Getting back into shape, I guess.
into shape, into NHL ready. And we talked about how I mentioned that Brandon Montour was missing time due to a family matter, personal reasons. He's back. He is talking about how his brother passed away from ALS. His older brother passed away from ALS. So like he was talking about that and attention to the disease and stuff like that. So thoughts go out to his family.
Absolutely. That's a tragedy. Is that all? News?
Yeah.
I sorry, I don't mean to like. Let's get off of
Yeah.
the death. You know.
Right. So there was another Seattle interview the other day.
Mhm.
That was it was after Sportsnet. They were interviewing Shane Wright. Just
Oh
just how
my
we're
God!
on-
Yeah, I saw
just how
this.
we're on Seattle interviews. That was kind of just insulting Shane Wright.
It was pretty
the
mean.
entire time.
It was
It
pretty
was
mean. Yeah,
Real mean. Like he handled it well, but like
it was really unnecessary.
absolutely unnecessary. Just like, why do you think you should?
Hey, why didn't you go number one overall?
Yeah, type of deal.
Does that make you mad? It's just like, oh, shut up.
The interviewer has a reputation for doing that, so like he sucks up, like just in general. He's like Spectre.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's just
Yeah,
some
type
of
of
those
deal.
guys.
So it was just mentioning it, something funny.
Poor Shane, right? He's like
I
playing
know,
well
right?
now, like the last couple of years. This year he's playing all right, I think.
Yeah, this year he's
Last
played
year he
all right.
played
Last
pretty
year
well.
he finished well, but like Talk about how Logan Cooley would have gone first overall.
He
Now,
shoulda. Yeah, Logan Cooley's a
exactly.
fucking monster.
I mean, Lefkowski's no slouch either, but like
Not Cooley. Cooley,
he's not like yeah, he's not on Cooley's level right now.
Cooley, and Utah in general are playing
Hmm.
outstandingly right now.
Now let's talk about that.
We will, but we got to talk about
No, I
injuries
didn't do
first.
any injuries.
All right. I'll start. For Carolina, Slavin and Gostisbehere are both headed to the IR with lower body injuries. Robinson
Yes,
and Carrier are out long term. So the report just said they're going to be out a while, or they're not going to be
right.
back anytime soon, which was a really weird way to state it.
Was Keandre Miller hurt last week or this week?
This week, he's day to day with a lower body injury.
Really, I thought he was going to be
It's day to day, as
good for him.
as listed right now. For Chicago, Bertuzzi and Mikheyev are both day to day, undisclosed and upper body injury. And I would just like to say, Carolina, their depth is really getting hit hard by
Oh, their defensive depth is getting hit
well,
hard.
Slavin, their top demon, Gostisbehere and Keandre Miller, both out.
But
Robinson, Carrier, both out.
they rolled with the punches
They
defensively
did.
like
They did.
this week.
For Colorado, Logan O'Connor is out about 3 weeks with a hip injury. Now, I believe he was put on IR a couple of weeks ago. So we just have a timetable for him. And Mackenzie Blackwood's still out. Didn't travel with the team.
I think he's getting closer.
He
but
might be
yeah,
getting closer. So just updates for those two guys. Dallas, Matt Duchene and Rope Hintz both day to day upper body injury and undisclosed for either of them. Minnesota, Bogosian is on the IR for a lower body injury, and Foligno is day to day with an upper body injury. For Nashville, Yossi week to week with an upper body injury,
not related to his pots.
not related to the pots. For the Devils, Lemico is headed to the IR with an undisclosed injury. Cody Glass is going to miss some time with an upper body injury. He's not on the IR yet. I assume he will be.
Yep.
Eventually. Oops, lost my place. Pesci, day to day, upper body injury. For the Islanders, Pierre Engvall headed to the LTIR with that ankle injury.
He's not playing this season.
Probably not. Romanov, he might be
said-
LTIR retired. Like those ankle injuries, those are bad.
That's true, but he ain't. He's collecting a paycheck, and
Yes,
of
he
course
is.
Patrick Waugh probably threw a party.
Yeah, I don't have to play him anymore. Romanov also headed the IR with an upper body injury, and Shabanov is day to day with an upper body injury. For the Rangers, Matt Rempe got his ass beat by Ryan Reeves, and now he's out.
Right. I need someone to teach Matt
an upper
Rempe
body
how to
injury.
fight.
He's really bad at it.
He can't fight.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
it's
just big.
become really apparent this past 2
Well,
years.
if you watch the fight with Reeves, Reeves clocked him like 2 or 3
Reeves.
times. He definitely has a
Reeves.
concussion or something.
Reeves had him the
Yeah.
entire time. Like,
Reeves even had him I think he got one where he had a grip on his neckline and he just nailed him with a couple of
With the
shots
jab.
with the little jabs
Yeah,
into the
little
jaw.
jab. But what's Reeves doing right now? Like, he was washed in Toronto. He
Play-
already has 2 goals this season. Like,
I don't know. He's just having a good time in San Jose. Apparently,
great time.
he's just having a good old time in San Jose. Hey, maybe he's just happy. And
Yeah.
he's like, no one cares how good or bad I'm doing here, so I'm just having fun. I'm
He's
beating
had
up
more
Matt
fights.
Rempe.
He's had more fights this season so far than he did his entire time in Toronto.
What's Toronto using him? Then why was he on Toronto? Like,
As a fighter.
they just didn't do it, or they just didn't have him do it.
Exactly.
Clearly, he'll do it, so they must have just not had him do it, which doesn't make any sense. And they gave him like $2 million.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck? For Pittsburgh, Caleb Jones is heading to the IR with a lower body injury,
Hmm.
and Ricard Raquel is out 6 to 8 weeks with an upper body injury. I believe it is a broken hand.
He had surgery.
blocked a yes, he did. He blocked a shot and pretty much immediately left. and then he had surgery the next morning. So I think it's a broken hand. 6 to 8 weeks.
Yep.
For St. Louis, Robert Thomas, day-to-day, upper body injury. For Utah, Kerfoot out 8 to 10 weeks with a lower body injury. And for Washington, Strome and Sandin are both day-to-day with a lower body and upper body, respectively.
I know Sandin's not going on the road trip.
Well, we'll see if
Strome
any of
might.
these day-to-days become longer next week.
Yeah. All right, so my injuries for Boston: Jordan Harris, IR for undisclosed reasons. Buffalo, Colton Ellis, day-to-day for his back. Tyson Kozak, IR for is going to the IR for a lower body injury that happened on the 24th, so it could be retroactive. He just missed one game. Montreal, we mentioned Patrick Laine. He is out 3 to 4 months
Ugh.
after an core muscle surgery. Don't know which one.
Oh, you know what? I think
There's
that's
so
what.
many.
That's also what happened to
Kerfoot.
Kerfoot. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I was like that. I wanted to say what it was and I couldn't remember, but you said that
It
it
was
was
his
Kerfoot
core.
had core surgery as well.
That could be groin. That could be oblique, ab. Like
Yeah,
that could be so
it could
many
be so
things.
many things. Yeah.
Um,
Clearly, Kerfoot's wasn't as bad as Lyonnaise. So
yeah, 3 to 4 months. Oof. Toronto, Willie Nylander is day-to-day for undisclosed reasons, and Chris Tanev is on the IR for an upper body. Both only missed the second Buffalo game,
okay.
so we'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.
For the Pacific, Mikko Granlund left the Tampa Bay game early, so he's just day-to-day for a lower body. Radko Gudas, day-to-day lower body, only missed the last game of the week. And Chris Kreider, day-to-day for an illness. LA Kings, Warren Fogle, day-to-day upper body. San Jose, Adam Gaudette, day-to-day upper body. Nick Leddy, day-to-day upper body. Seattle, Jared McCann, IR, lower body. That happened in the beginning of the week, so he didn't play at all this week.
Mhm.
For Vancouver, Teddy Bluger, IR for undisclosed reasons. Quinn Hughes is day-to-day for a lower body. He did not play. He played some games this week.
Pretty sure he played the Pittsburgh game. I don't know about the other games.
He has clearly been battling an injury
Mhm.
so far this season, so they might just be giving him some time to rest it.
I mean, it's a good time to get him rest at the beginning of the year.
Yeah. And Victor Mancini, day-to-day undisclosed. It's either Vince or Victor. I
I think it's Victor. Victor sounds right.
And this occurred the 26th, so yesterday. Mentioned last week Mark Stone week to week with that wrist injury. He is now LTIR with the wrist injury.
Well, death, taxes, and Mark Stone going on the LTIR.
And you use it if you have it. Use it.
I guess so, but they don't get the new rules are in place for it now, so
And I mentioned
they only get a certain amount of his cap space.
I didn't write it down last week, but we mentioned it that Aiden Hill missing some time. He is
That would
week
be
to
why
week.
they signed Carter Hart. That makes sense.
He is week to week lower body.
All right.
So that's all I got.
All right. Let's get to some games. One of the
Yes.
teams that we mentioned was doing a lot better than anybody anticipated is the Chicago Blackhawks.
Mm-hmm.
They went 1-1 this week, beating Tampa Bay 3-2. Donato 2 goals, Nazar goal and an assist. Knight 29 of 31, and then lost to LA 3-1. Bedard the only goal. Soderblom 19 of 21. They don't have a top player. It's kind of low
They
scoring
won
affairs.
that. They won that game. Chicago won the Tampa Bay game with less than a minute left.
Ooh,
That's when they
heartbreaking.
scored the winning goal.
Heartbreaking. They were 1 for 10 on the power play with a shorthanded goal against, 7 for 7 on the penalty kill. They're 4-3-2 on the season so far,
Yep.
which is better than I think people anticipated them starting.
They're playing like the Sharks did last year. like close games, tight games.
I think they've.
They're
I
just
mean,
having fun.
they could still
They're
shit the bed. They could still bottom
the,
out real hard, but
the vibes are better.
the vibes are better. Yeah. Colorado, 0-2-2 this week, including
Yeah.
their first regulation loss, and then their second regulation loss. Losing to Utah 4-3 in overtime. Drury, Natchez, and Makar had the goals, while Wedgwood was 29 of 33. They lost to Carolina in a shootout 5-4. Nichushkin did have 2 goals in this game, and their goalies, both goalies played in this game, were 27 of 31. That's Wedgwood and Miner. Trent Miner is their other goalie currently.
Great game.
Lost to Boston 3-2 in regulation for their first regulation loss. Likkonen scored both goals, while Wedgwood was 16 of 19. And then lost to... Oh, I'm sorry. No, they were 0-1-3. Excuse me. They only had one regulation loss this week. And then they lost to New Jersey 4-3 in overtime. Nelson, Nichushkin, and McKinnon scored the goals, while Trent Miner was 20 of 24. They don't have a top player. 1 for 12 on the power play with a shorthanded goal against.
That New Jersey game was very good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, New Jersey.
That was a great game.
We'll get to New Jersey. New Jersey looks crazy good right now.
Mm-hmm.
They were 10 for 11 on the penalty kill, so silver lining. Silver lining, they're still 5-1-4. I think
Nice.
second place in the division still.
Yes, they are.
Dallas had
I'm
a much
looking at the
better week.
standings now.
Huh?
I'm looking at the standings now,
Oh,
so
okay.
if you have questions about that,
Dallas
hit me.
doing much better than their kind of iffy start to the season. They went 3-0-1 this week.
Mhm.
They beat Columbus 5-1. No. What? Did I mess up? Sorry. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Wow, I went crazy with my writing down of stuff. They went 2-1-1 this week. Excuse me.
Okay.
They lost to Columbus 5-1, where Tyler Sagan scored the only goal. That's why I was like, "What?" I got him mixed
What's going
up.
on? Yeah.
Ottinger 24 of 28 in that game. They lost to LA in overtime 3-2. Johnston a goal and an assist. Robertson the other goal, while Ottinger was 22 of 25. Then they beat Carolina 3-2. Heiskanen 2 goals, Rantanen 2 assists, and Ottinger was 26 of 28. And then finally they beat Nashville 3-2. Robertson 2 assists, Rantanen, Bach, and Johnston each had a goal, while DeSmith was 23 of 25. Johnston and Rantanen are their top players with 4 points apiece. They're 5 for 16 on the power play and 6 for 10 on the penalty kill. And they sit at 5-3 and uno on the year so far. Minnesota. Oh, Minnesota. Went 1-2-1. They're not off to a great start this year.
Hey, what do you think their main problem is?
Oh, scoring.
I mean, also look at that special teams.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They did beat the Rangers 3-1. Yurov, Kaprizov, and Brodin each scored the goals, while Gustafsson was 23 of 24. Losing to the Devils 4-1. Boldy a goal in this game. Gustafsson 31 of 34. Losing to Utah 6-2. Johansson scored both goals.
Good for him.
That's another game where Johansson was the only member of the team to score a goal. That's not great. Gustafsson 35 of 40. And then they lost to San Jose in overtime 6-5.
They did.
Weren't the only team to lose to San Jose in overtime 6-5, which is so crazy. A crazy outcome for this week. Faber and Kaprizov each had 3 assists, while Rossi and Hartman had a goal and an assist. They were 2 for 4 on the power play in this game and 0 for 2 on the penalty kill in this game.
Yep.
And Wallstead was a 19 of 25 in the game.
Ooh,
Kaprizov,
poor rookie.
poor rookie. Kaprizov, top player, goal, 4 assists, 3 for 14 on the power play, and as Clay alluded to, 2 for 6 on the penalty kill.
Yeah.
Youch.
That's
That
bad.
hurts. That hurts. They are 3-5-2 on the season so far. Do you have their overall penalty kill stat? Because I can't imagine it's good. I only asked because you were looking
right
at the
now.
standings. Okay, that's fine.
Um,
Because there's a couple of teams I'm like, that penalty kill's got to be really
penalty
bad
kills
right
are
now.
bad this week.
Yeah. I mean, Utah's was
overall-
like 2 for 7 last week, I think.
I think I have
They still won 3
overall
games.
penalty kill. Where's Minnesota? 61%.
That's really bad to start the season. Oh, yeah. Nashville went 2-2 this week.
It is the worst.
That makes sense.
but
Who else
it's
is down
not-
there?
He's not the only one in the 60%.
Who's the other one in the 60%?
There's like 5 teams.
Oh, okay. All right. Nashville 2-2 this week. They lost to Anaheim 5-2. Forsberg and Yost had the goals in that game for Nashville. Saros 27 of 32. They beat Vancouver 2-1. O'Reilly a goal, while Cole Smith had the other goal. I started writing overtime goal, and then I was like, that game wasn't in overtime. And Saros
Minnesota's
21
is
and
not
22.
the worst.
Oh, whose is the worst?
Columbus
Oh,
by 0.2.
that's pretty bad. Yeah, they're not great. Nashville then beat LA in a shootout 5-4. Nice coin flip of a game. Got outshot by LA 40-25. O'Reilly 2 goals and an assist in that game, while Saros was 36 of 40. This went to a 9-round shootout.
Yeah, it did.
That's crazy. That's triple the length of a usual shootout. Not the longest ever, obviously. I think the longest ever is like 18 or something like that. Nashville then lost to Dallas 3-2 to finish the season off. Marchessault and Stasny had the goals in that game, while Noonan was 24 of 27. Ryan O'Reilly is their top player, 3 goals and 3 assists. They were 1 for 8 on the power play, 17 for 18 on the penalty kill. 18 penalty kills in 4 games.
What you want?
Hey, they had a shorthanded
They
goal
killed
too,
him.
so
They killed
technically
him, so-
adjusted, it's 100%. So
Yeah,
they killed him.
My ranking is not adjusted. I'm just going off the raw
Yeah. Of course, that's fine.
against and opportunities.
That's how it's usually ranked, like when the NHL shows their stats. So, Nashville 4-4-2. So, pretty reasonable start to the season for them.
Much better than last year.
Much better than last year. St. Louis 0-2-1 this week. So many of my Central teams played 4 games this week. It was weird.
I had a lot of work.
I guess teams are just catching up on the early game deficit.
Yeah.
St. Louis lost to LA in overtime at 2-1. How many overtime games did LA play this week?
3.
Yeah, that's crazy. Falk had the only goal for St. Louis, while Bennington was 26 of 28. Losing to Utah 7-4. Sundqvist and Periaco each had 2 assists. Bennington was 15 of 17, but that's because he came in relief of Hoffer, who was 3 for 6.
That's not good.
Not great. And then they lost to Detroit 6-4. I have it written in reverse because I'm stupid. Neighbors 2 goals in that game, while Thomas, Snugerud, and Falk each had 2 assists, and Bennington was 22 of 27. So it was a 1-goal game, kind of, if you discount that empty net goal.
I love you some Snuggerud.
Snuggerud, 4 for 11 on the power play, pretty good. 6 for 10 on the penalty kill, pretty not. And they're 3-4-1. So not terrible start to the season, but not what you want.
No.
But you want to talk about a start to the season. Utah went 4-0 this week, beating Colorado in overtime 4-3. Sergachev a goal and 2 assists. Keller 2 assists. Velmelka 30 of 33, and Genther had the overtime winner. They beat St. Louis 7-4. Cooley a hat trick and an assist, And then 4 other players had 3 points. Crazy. Vejmelka, 16 of 20 in that one. And then they beat Minnesota 6-2. All of these games in division. Cooley, 2 goals and an assist in that game, while Marino had a goal and 2 assists. And Schmaltz and Sergachev each had 2 points. Vejmelka, 33 of 35. And then, there it is, sorry. And then they beat Winnipeg 3-2. Genther, Carcone, and Sergachev had the goals in that game, while Vanacek was 28 of 30. Logan Cooley and Sergachev are their co-top players, both with 8 points. Cooley, 5 goals and 3 assists. Sergachev, 2 goals and 6 assists.
That's impressive.
5 for 11 on the power play, 7 for 10 on the penalty kill. That penalty kill is still not very good. However, they're 8-2.
Yes.
And they're riding a 7-game winning streak, which is not the longest winning streak so far this year. Which is a crazy thing to say, because 7 games in a row is really a lot. But there's a team that's at 8.
Considering you've only played 9 games.
Hey, come on. Utah's played 10. But the other team has only played 8. Or 9, excuse me.
Yeah.
Looking good so far. Top of the division. Top of the Western Conference, I think, as well, with 16 points.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Winnipeg is up next. They went 2-2. Beat Calgary 2-1. Taves and Scheifele had the goals in that game, while Hellebuck was 32 of 33. Lost to Seattle 3-0. Hellebuck only gave up one of those goals, was 25 of 26. Beat Calgary again, 5-3 this time. Morrissey, 3 assists. Velarde, a goal and an assist. And Scheifele had 2 assists, while Comrie was 30 of 33. And then they lost to Utah, as I just said, 3-2. Morrissey, 2 assists. DeMello and Scheifele had the goals, while Hellebuck was 29 of 32. Can you give me a guess on who their top player probably is?
I zoned out.
It's Connor Hellebuck. It was Connor Hellebuck.
I heard.
It's okay. I understand.
I promise.
I know. I'm just saying numbers. Yeah. Hellebuck was 86 of 91 on the week for a .945 save percentage and 1.68 goals against. However, they only won one of the games that he played in.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes.
And that, dear friends, is the Central Division.
I'm going to talk about the Atlantic Division.
All right.
Which currently holds the top penalty kill in the league right now.
Can I guess who it is?
Yeah, go for it.
Montreal.
No.
Oh, who is it?
Buffalo.
Oh, hey, all right.
94%.
I was getting 94. Wow, look at them. Holy shit.
They were bad. Their penalty kill was bad last year. So
94%. I mean, even through like 8 or 9 games, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. 2 power play goals against in 33 attempts.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Number 2 is New Jersey Devils.
That makes sense. Devils be ripping and rolling so far this year.
All right, so first up is Boston. They went 1-2. They lost to Florida in Marchand's first game back in Boston since being traded. It was
weird to see a rat cry.
It really was. They tied this game 3-3 with 1 minute and 33 seconds left.
Yeah, that hurts.
And they lost this game with 27 seconds left.
Oh, that hurts even worse. That's demoralizing, to say the least.
They lost to Anaheim 5-7. They outshot Anaheim 42-30.
Wow, that's a lot of shots
in that game. They were 2 for 2 on the power play that game.
All right.
And then they beat Colorado, like you said, 3-2. Mason Lohrei with 3 assists in all 3 goals. This was a smash and grab for Boston because they were outshot 33-19, which I think you said.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you take those wins when you get them. It's
smash and grab, man.
It's like we shouldn't have won this game, but we did.
Doesn't matter.
We'll
Swayman
take
was
it.
the top.
Yeah.
Laura got the 3 assists, but Swayman was the top player in that game with a 939 save percentage.
Yeah.
Their power.
Oh, he's reading it. He's trying to read his handwriting, folks.
It did not go well. The power play was 3 for 11.
Okay.
And the penalty kill was 7 for 9.
All right.
Pasternak is their top player with. I said that.
Pasternak.
I said it just like Edwards. Oh my god.
I love Mesa Pasternak. I love watching him score goals for the Bruins. I have a terrible Boston accent.
I can't think of Edwards' first name.
Jack?
Was it John? Jack Edwards?
Jack
Yeah.
Edwards. Did he retire?
No. Yeah, he did.
Because
years
he
ago
was ill, right?
Yes.
Because he's not tremendously old, I don't think.
No. They didn't know why his speech was slurring. Like, it wasn't a stroke. They just have no idea. They had no idea.
Weird.
So,
well, I hope he's doing well. He's a terrible announcer, but I hope he's doing well.
Well, he's a terrible announcer, but he's the most homer.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So,
what
like,
makes
it
him a
was
terrible
fun.
announcer,
It makes it a terrible announcer for everyone else.
He was
for
the
Boston,
one.
it was great.
Wait, who did he call fat? Wasn't it
Maroon.
Maroon?
It was
Yeah,
Fat Pat.
Fat Pat Maroon. I'll give him that. That's such a funny thing. It's so funny to call a hockey player fat.
Absolutely.
None of them are fat.
Pasternak.
Not even
is
Phil
the
Kessel was fat. He just had a round
No.
face.
1 goal, 4 assists. In that 1 and 2 week. They are 4 and 6 on the season. Next up is Buffalo.
Sounds about right for them.
Absolutely. Buffalo is 2-1-1 this
Hey,
week. They started their week
Buffalo.
by losing to Montreal. Lost to Montreal 2-4. Block shots were 9-21 in favor of Montreal.
Wow.
Then they deliver Detroit's second loss of the season because Detroit was on like a
Oh yeah, I forgot
16
Detroit's
streak.
like on a heater too.
not anymore, but they
Well,
were.
they were.
They lost. They lost the first game of the season, then win 6 straight. They were 5-1 coming into this game. Buffalo beats them 4-2 with rookie Colton. What?
What was their record coming into this game?
Coming into this game was 5-1.
So they won 5 games in a row coming into this game. You said 6.
Yes.
That's
Sorry,
why I
their
said. That's why I put up a hand. I was like 5 games in a row.
You're right. Excuse me. Rookie Colton Ellis gets the win in his debut. The guy that they've claimed off of waivers from.
Oh, that's right.
San Jose.
That's right.
St. Louis. And
Yoink.
St. Louis was pissed. And that's why they're going to have to run 3 goalies this season.
Yeah, because St. Louis is absolutely going to take whatever goalie they put on
not
waivers. I would be a petty bitch if I was St. Louis.
Contract-wise, you can't put Lukin in. Lyon's playing great. He's getting snagged. And St. Louis will take Ellis right back.
Yep. Lyon might not even make it to St. Louis, wherever they are in the waiver order.
Wouldn't.
Somebody else would grab him, I would think.
But Ellis gets the win in his debut. Quinn Hughes gets a goal and 2 assists, and this one wasn't off the glass and then off the goalie's back.
Jack Quinn, not Quinn Hughes.
Shit. I'm looking at Quinn.
I know, and it's because we talked about Quinn Hughes earlier. I know.
Even wrote it right. Then they go. Next, after the Detroit win, Toronto comes to town. They beat them 5-3. Lyon in net. Mateus Samuelsson, 2 goals in this game.
That's a lot for him.
In his 216 career games.
Can I guess? How many goals he has? Damn it.
Guess how many points he has?
20?
7.
7?
Oh, I think it might have been goals. It might have been goals.
Okay. That's a little better.
This up.
That's a little better. That makes more sense. 7 points. There's no way that he's only had 7 points in 200 games. He's been playing with Dahlin.
Yeah, that is true. It better be only 7 goals.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. You keep going.
So yeah, he had 2 goals. He had the opening goal and then the fourth goal, I believe. Um, they were out hit by Toronto 30-8. Uh, Tuck also had a shorthanded goal.
It was 7 goals.
Poof.
Now it's 9 goals
Now it's 9 goals
in 219 games.
Mm-hmm.
48 points. So still not a lot.
Oh,
but
not a lot. He's a defensive defenseman.
yeah.
But then they play a home and home, go to Toronto the next day, and lose in overtime 4-3. This is where Colton Ellis had the back tightness.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to play Lyon in the back-to-back, so they rushed Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen back from his conditioning stint, and
put in the emergency third. Come on.
He kind of lost them the game. He let
probably because they rushed him back from his conditioning.
Absolutely.
If I was the coach after the game, I'd be like, "That's not on you. Don't worry about it."
No, it's not on him.
This was extenuating circumstances.
They shouldn't have had to play it, but they did. Like they sent Ellis to Toronto like a couple days beforehand to like get ready, and he woke up with back tightness.
Me too, dog.
That day. Me too.
But I'm probably at least 10 years older than you are.
Yes. Yeah, you are.
But mine started at 17, so.
Tage Thompson had 2 goals in this game, and they were the team was 33% on the face-off.
That doesn't help either.
No. They were 2 for 12 on the power play, 9 for 10 on the penalty kill with a shorthand goal 4. They don't have one top player. They had 5 different players that had 4 points.
Well, so there you go. It's all 5 of those guys.
Yeah. Next up is Detroit, who went 1-2. That's where the 6 came from.
Gotcha.
I was looking at their overall record. That's my bad. The 2-4 loss against Buffalo. Then a 2-7 loss against the Islanders.
Yeah.
Where the
how do you let the Islanders score 7 goals on you?
Penalty minutes were 18-32.
Still.
I don't know what happened in this game.
Still.
Because then they beat St. Louis 6-4, like you said. Compher and Bergeron had a goal and assist in this game. Compher and Bergeron are their top players with 2 goals, 2 assists all the week. They were 2 for 10 on the power play, 9 for 12 on the penalty kill. Their record is 6-3.
It's not bad. Pretty good start.
Florida's up next with 2-1 on the week. 4-3 win against Boston. Like you said, Marchand had 2 assists in that game.
Yeah.
Drew a penalty. Gave up a penalty. I don't know how to.
Well, that's pretty on par for Marchand.
Exactly. He had a Marchand game.
Yeah. Hey, in his return to Boston, it's a nice game to have.
Then they lose to Pittsburgh 3-5. Marchand had 2 goals in this game.
Yeah, he almost scored like 4. He was on fire in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. This was a smash and grab for the Penguins because Florida outshot them 37-17.
Yep.
Bobrovsky giving up 12.
Bobrovsky, I watched this game. Bobrovsky did not have a particularly good game.
No,
there was one goal in particular that was really soft.
And block shots were 9 to 19 in favor of Pittsburgh.
They're blocking shots at least.
37 shots plus those 19.
58.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
To 58 to 26.
The Penguins still won. So
that's what I'm saying. These smash and grabs, take your wins how you get them.
Yeah.
And then finally they beat Vegas 3-0 to finish their week. Bobrovsky 17 for 17, only faced 17 shots this game too.
He got pissed after the Pittsburgh game, clearly.
AJ Greer a goal and assist. 3 for 9 on the power play, 6 for 9 on the penalty kill. Marchand had 2 goals and 3 assists this week, so he's their top player. Florida Panthers are 5-5.
Hey,
All
you
they
know
need
what?
to do
They
is
just gotta
tread
tread
water
water
into the
till they get
playoffs.
healthy. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Montreal's
like, I don't know. They're gonna have to string a few wins together to
to make the playoffs, yes.
get to the playoffs. But Kachuk should be back mid-season.
And hopefully he doesn't get hurt in the Olympics.
Hopefully he doesn't get hurt in the Olympics. Barkov is not going to be back.
Nope. Nope.
They have some defensive injuries too that I think are coming back, but Kulikov is still out. Yeah, so they're just getting wrecked with injuries so far this year.
Montreal 3-1 this week. 4-2 win against Buffalo. Like we said, Dobesh stood on his head. 9.38 save percentage. Then the 2-1 overtime win against Calgary. This was a goalie duel. Dobesh ends up winning it with a 9.73 save percentage, saving 36 of 37. Matheson gets the game-winning goal.
As we all guessed.
Yep. Noah Dobson has really helped Matheson.
Matheson wasn't doing that bad, I think, the last couple of years, but he wasn't doing good.
Matheson has helped Dobson, or
the other way around.
Dobson has helped Matheson a lot this year.
That's good. That's what a defensive pairing should be. You help each other.
Yes. And just allows him to play his game better. They're not relying on him as much as they had to last year.
Right.
Which can be like, not everyone is Crosby and Ovechkin age-wise.
True.
True. Who don't age.
Yeah, the two guys that are athletic freaks that are both in their late 30s and are still just ripping teams apart.
Right. Even Corey Perry, he's 42.
That's true. Yeah, he's still playing fine.
He's 40. He's 40 as well.
Yeah. He's still playing. He ain't bad. He's not Crosby and Ovechkin, but he ain't bad.
But he ain't bad.
He won a Hart Trophy once.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
And he played this week. He played all the games, but we're not talking about LA right now.
Sorry. Hey, you brought him up.
I know. Edmonton, they lost 5-6. We already kind of talked about this game. Penalty minutes were 20 for Montreal, 2 for Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why they were mad.
Yeah.
Cole Caulfield had 2 goals in this game, and because Edmonton was up, I think 3-1, and Montreal came surging back,
and
then Edmonton came back from that. And then they finished them.
Something I should have mentioned, I do believe that St. Louis blew a 4-0 lead against Detroit.
They did.
Yeah.
They did?
And then lost 6-4. I forgot about it too until just now.
They did. I forgot about that. Finishing up the week, Montreal's week, a 4-3 win against Vancouver, where Demidov had a goal and 2 assists. They were 3 for 8 on the power play, 11 for 14 on the penalty kill. Dobesh I didn't write down a top player for them. It's going to be Dobesh, who kind of seems like took the starting job from Montembeault.
Happens.
Which means I don't know what the Czech are going to do for their goalies in the Olympics.
Who are the other Czech goalies?
Give me a second.
I'm trying to think. I don't think there's that many Czech goalies right now. Well, because Montembeault's Canadian, so. Oh, Dostal's Czech? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Dostal, Vejmelka, Vladar.
Oh,
Rittich.
Shit, there's way more than I thought. I feel like it's probably gonna be Vejmelka. He's the most veteran of those guys. And I would say all those guys are like kind of on the same level, you know,
Yeah.
as it stands right now. You know, like Dobesh and Dostal could overtake Vmelka certainly, but Vmelka's a few years older than they are. Yeah, that is an interesting thought. I don't know.
And I mean, Riddich has the
I
age.
can't wait to
of all
talk about that when we get closer to the Olympics. I love international hockey. It's so much fun. To be like, why'd they start that guy? They have that other guy on the bench.
mhm.
Why did Team USA not bring Phil Kessel to the World Cup of Hockey and then went 0-3 in it?
Right. Why didn't
Because they wanted grit.
why did they
Stupid.
play Kyle Connor for injured Chris Kreider
There's
or
that too, yeah.
injured Chris Kreider or Matt Kachuk? Yeah, Kachuk. Oh my God. Excuse me. Montreal is 7-3.
Great,
They're
fantastic start to the season.
they are atop the Atlantic.
I was gonna say, I was gonna guess they were.
Next up is Ottawa, and Ottawa went 2-0-1. They had a bad week last week, good week this week. They lose to Edmonton in overtime, 2-3. They beat Philadelphia 2-1. This is like Allmark's first good game of the season. I mean, the defense in front of him hasn't been great,
Right.
but it kind of comes hand in hand. Amadio gets the game-winning goal, and then they kick the crap out of Washington.
Yeah, they did.
7-1.
Real,
At no point did it look good.
real rough game for Washington.
This was like it's Ovechkin's 1500th game, and they just
And they were like, "We don't care. We're
stole
gonna beat you
the air out the
7-1."
building. 2 goals, Drake Batherson, 2 goals, 1 assist. They were outshot by Washington. No, they outshot Washington 34-13.
Yeah.
Just-
yeah.
just
so bad, just domination in that
Just
one.
dog walked them. They were 4 for 12 on the power play because they were 3 for 4 against Washington, and then they were 6 for 8 on the penalty kill. They got 4 top players as well because Alex Newhook, 2 goals, 3 assists. Suzuki, Hudson, and Dimidov all had 1 goal and 4 assists.
Good. Hey, it's spread throughout the lineup. It's pretty good.
Tampa Bay had a good week. They went 2-1.
They were very bad coming into this week. They had one
They
win,
were very bad.
correct?
Mm-hmm. No. Yes. They lose to Chicago 2-3. They lost the lead with a minute left. Then they beat Anaheim 4-3. Cirelli had 2 goals and an assist. I'm pretty sure they won this one late as well. And then they beat Vegas in overtime 2-1. Hagel a goal and an assist. His assist was to the winning goal. I forgot who scored it. And they outshot Vegas 28-19. 1 for 15 on the power play, 9 for 10 on the penalty kill. Kucherov is their top player, 1 goal and 4 assists.
1,000 points as well.
1,000 points as well. We're going to finish up with Toronto, who went 1-2 this week. Tampa Bay's 3-4-2.
All right, so they're almost at least break even.
Well,
with that
here's
good
the
week.
thing.
There's a lot
I'll
of
talk-
teams that are like 3-4, 4-3, and like 1 or
Yes.
2 or whatever. There's a
I'll
lot of
talk
teams
about-
in that zone.
I'm going to talk about the actual standings once I
Okay.
finished with Toronto for the Atlantic. Toronto 1-2 this week. They are 4-4-1 on the season. The 2-5 loss against the Devils. Tavares a goal and assist. They were outshot 25-35. Then the 3-5 loss against Buffalo. Already talked about, and then the 4-3 overtime win against Buffalo. Primu in net there. Tavares another goal and assist game. 1 for 9 on the power play. 6 for 8 on the penalty kill. Again, a lot of not great penalty kills.
Yeah. A lot of multiple penalty kill, multiple power play goal against games.
Yeah.
Weeks, I should say.
That 1 for 9 was with a shorthanded goal against.
Mm.
On
0 for
the
9.
power play. Yeah. Tavares 2 goals, 3 assists in those 3 games.
All
So
right.
they're 4-4-1. Looking at the Eastern Conf or the Atlantic, real quick. Montreal 7-3. Detroit Red Wings
Gotta
6-3.
bank those wins when you can. Hey,
Absolutely. Detroit's 6-3 with
it's
the
great.
game in hand on Montreal. Florida Panthers are 5-5. Buffalo Sabres, Ottawa Senators, Toronto Maple Leafs 4-4-1.
Dang. Yeah, like I
All
said.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the Lightning are 3-4-2, and the Bruins are 4-6. So
Oh, Bruins.
Bruins and Lightning are tied in points.
Yeah. Tampa crashing and burning a bit this year.
Yeah.
This is the team you mentioned before.
One of them.
One of them, yeah. Yeah, they just don't look great.
I mean, we were.
They're a couple of good weeks away from being in a wild card spot. So
we also said with the defense, defense looked slow.
True.
These are the names kind of carried more weight than their. Remember, we gotta remember their ages.
Hedman and McDonough both in their mid to late 30s.
And they're losing a step. Yeah,
they were never tremendously fast players to begin with.
They were both great players.
Oh yeah, they're
stars.
Both great defensemen. Hedman potentially a Hall of Famer. McDonough Hall of pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to make the Hall of Fame, but
no, but he's a guy who is loved on. He's played on 3 teams, and he was loved on every single team that he was played.
Absolutely. Tampa Bay traded him, and then like a year later got him back because they missed him, or it might have been in the same year. I don't remember.
It's been a couple of years. They traded him to the Rangers. Then he went for a couple of years.
The Rangers, where he was the captain, traded him to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay either let him walk in free agency or traded him to Nashville, and then they got him back from Nashville.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I knew there's some directions.
He was on the Rangers for a long time.
Yes.
Then he was on Tampa Bay for a good while. Then Nashville for 1 year, and then back to Tampa Bay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, called it. So far. Called that one. All right, let's talk about the Metro, shall we?
Yes.
Carolina went 1-2 this week. Carolina. That can't be right. Can you look up their overall record for me?
It's 6-2.
6-2. Okay. So these are their first 2 losses of the season.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, losing to Vegas 4-1. Aho had the only goal in that game. 22 of 25. Sorry, I just caught myself. I was like, were they undefeated coming into this week? They were.
They were. It was Vegas and Carolina was an undefeated game. Both teams were undefeated.
I didn't realize that. So Vegas stayed undefeated, but I have already heard they lost a couple of games this week. Carolina then beat Colorado in a shootout 5-4. Jarvis, a goal and an assist. Anderson, 44 of 48. Jarvis had the only shootout goal in that game. And then they lost to Dallas 3-2. Pretty close game. Aho and Blake each had goals in that game, while Bussy was 31 of 34.
Hell yeah. McDonough was on the Predators for 2 years.
2 years, okay. That makes sense.
He was traded back to Tampa in the offseason.
Yeah. Carolina does not have a top player. And they were 0 for 12 on the power play, 13 for 16 on the penalty kill, with a shorthanded goal for. And they're 6-2, like we already said. So, still pretty good. Not top of the division. Not even second in the division.
No.
I would like to point out. And a team that a lot of people wouldn't expect is in number 2.
Carolina has a game in hand.
I know. I'm aware.
Yeah, it's just fun.
I'm just gloating for the... You guys know what I'm gloating about. Columbus went 2-1 this week. They beat Dallas 5-1, as I mistakenly said before. Fantilli, Jenner, and Johnson each had a goal and an assist in that game, whilst Merzlikins was 22 of 23. Lost to Washington 5-1. Matejchuk had the only goal for Columbus in that game, while Jet Greaves was 25 of 30. And then they beat Pittsburgh in a shootout 5-4. Voronkov had 2 goals. Merzlikins 24 of 28, and they were 3 for 3 on the shootout. Now that could be chalked up to Shilovs played for Pittsburgh, and they all 3 of them, I'm pretty sure, shot at 5-hole on him, and he just did really bad in the shootout, I think. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that, but from what I saw, it was that's what they did, and he was just quite bad in the shootout. And this was a matchup of the 2 goalies that are going to be on Latvia for the Olympics, in Merzlikins and Shilovs, which is the first time that 2 Latvian goalies have played each other since 2002. And it's 2 guys that you would never heard of. Or one of them might have been Archer Zerbe, but I can't remember who the other guy was.
The other guy is,
Voronkov is their top player, 3 goals and an assist. 2 for 7 on the power play, 7 for 10. Penalty kill, bad. 4-4 on the season so far. No overtime losses. But not bad for Columbus. The Devils went 4-0 this week. They beat Toronto 5-2. Jack Hughes had a hat trick. Jesper Bratt had 3 assists. And Jake Allen was 23 of 25. They beat Minnesota 4-1. Mercer 2 assists. Cotter, Bratt, Gritsyuk, and Dillon had the goals. While Nico Dawes was 30 of 31. And then they beat San Jose 3-1, where Hamilton had 2 goals and an assist, while Hischier had 3 assists, and Jake Allen was 16 of 17. And then they beat Colorado in overtime 4-3. Jack Hughes 2 goals, including the overtime game winner. Nemec 3 assists, and Jake Allen 21 of 24. And I would like to point out that Jake Markstrom was backing up for Allen in that game, so he's back.
Gotcha. He's back.
He is back.
Real quick, in that Toronto game, where I believe the score made it seem like a closer game.
5-2.
5-2. Yes,
That's saying a lot, because 5-2 doesn't look like a particularly close game.
Well, one of Brendan Dillon's goal that he scored in that Toronto game was a 4-on-1.
And oh my God, Toronto.
Yes, Toronto gave up a 4-on-1.
Oh man, like 2-on-1 can happen, like that can happen, right? 3-on-1 is pretty bad. 4-on-1 is unacceptable.
Ripped it from the point.
That means Brendan Dillon had 2 goals this week, which is crazy.
Yes, he did.
I think he had a game where he scored 2 goals in like week 1 or something. He's gonna win. He's gonna win the Norris this year. Oh man, Jack Hughes is their top player, 5 goals and an assist. Although shout out Brendan Dillon, 2 goals at least this week.
I think the Devils at that point didn't realize like what to do. I think that's why Dillon shot it. He was just like, somebody
has to shoot it, right? You're 4-on-1. I would be confused too. I'd be like, what are we supposed to do here?
They kind of had a chance to set up.
Yeah, 3-on-1 you could be like, we could tic-tac-toe, right? 2-on-1, it's pretty clear. You either shoot or try the cross crease pass. 4-on-1, I wouldn't know what to do either. I'd be like, where are their players? Oh man, the Devils were 4. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I think McCabe cleared out another player at the Devils blue line.
That makes more sense that it was a 4-on-1.
Player, yeah.
But still pretty bad. It's still really bad.
It's awful.
Devils were 4 for 9 on the power play, 8 for 9 on the penalty kill, and they're 8-1. 8-game winning streak.
Yeah.
So I remember, because we have a friend who's a Devils fan. They lost to Carolina in the first game of the season, 6-3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember saying to her, I was like, "Oh, did you watch the Devils game last night?" She was like, "Yeah, they looked pretty bad." And now she's in Japan, and I can't talk to her about how they have won 8 games in a row. God damn it! Shout out Michelle. Next up is the Islanders. Went 2-0-1 this week. Pretty good week for the Islanders.
Good for them.
Yeah,
that's great for them.
Beat San Jose 4-3. Matthew Schaefer, a goal and an assist in this game. Sorokin, 33 of 36. Beat Detroit 7-2, like you already mentioned. Anders Lee, 3 assists. 6 other players had 2 points. Rittich, 32 of 34. And I will say that ends Matthew Schaefer's 6-game point streak to begin his career.
Yeah.
So shout out to Schaefer. He's playing
Absolutely.
great.
I
Although he
think
didn't get in a point in a 7-goal game, which is wild that he
I
didn't
think he
get one
became the
assist.
youngest player to have a 2-point night or like a goal and assist night.
That maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
He is pretty young. He was 17
like-
when he got drafted, so he turned 18
18
right before the season started. I think.
Yeah, he's like 18 in like 20 days or something, or like
That's pretty crazy. He's that
he's
young.
stupid young.
Yeah.
So it's
He's
like
playing
him. Yeah, it's like him then Yager or something like.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say like Yager or Lemieux or
Yeah, no,
didn't do
those
that.
guys are in that.
Yeah, or like somebody like Solani. Although I don't know what age Solani came over from Finland, but because I know it couldn't have been Gretzky, because he I don't think was 18 when he came into the league. I think he was like 20, because he
Right.
played a couple years in like the WHL or
And then it got
WHA,
merged.
and then it got merged. Yeah. So shout out to Matthew Schaefer. They lost to Philadelphia in a shootout 4-3. Warren had 2 assists, while Siplikov, Holmstrom, and Duclair had the goals. Sorokin, 23 of 26 in that game. Anders Lees, their top player, 5 assists. 2 for 8 on the power play, with a shorthanded goal for. 9 for 11 on the penalty kill. With a shorthanded goal against. 9 for 11 on the penalty kill, with a shorthanded goal for. 4, 3, and 1 are the Islanders. Good start for them, honestly.
Very good.
You know who's not off to a good start is the Rangers. 0-2-1. I'm gonna be so pissed if they win the draft lottery.
They have not won a game in Madison Square Garden.
Still haven't, and I believe,
They're 0-4-1
yeah,
at home.
yeah, they're doing really bad.
Yeah.
They're the team I mentioned that is worse than I even thought they were going to be. Outside of the one game where they like crushed the Penguins, they have not looked good.
Well, we can count on like there's been a number amount of times where what's his name? Zibanejad has missed an empty net and like whiffed on it.
Yep.
Like I talked about that I forgot the other game. Like it was the 1-0 game against Washington.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
he had
yeah.
an empty net and it hit off the heel of his stick and happened in this game like this week again.
Yeah. 0-4-1 at home, where they were shut out the first 3 games at home,
Hmm.
is, I mean, if I was a Madison Square Garden attendee, those tickets are expensive. I would be pissed if the Rangers were putting this effort up. They lost to Minnesota 3-1. Panarin had the only goal. Shesterkin 29 of 31, so he did his best. Although Shesterkin then had not a great week following that game. Losing to San Jose 6-5 in overtime. That's the other San Jose game. San Jose's first win of the season. Taylor Radish, of all people, had a hat trick in this game for the Rangers. JT Miller, 2 assists. Shesterkin, 18 of 24. Not a great game for him. And then they lost to Calgary, 5-1. 2 teams that were doing terribly so far this year.
Losing 5-1 to Calgary is a problem.
Calgary had 1 win coming into this game?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
This was their first regulation win of the season.
Insane. 5-1.
They won their first game of the season against Edmonton in a shootout. They have
that's
not
right,
won a
yeah.
game since.
Oh. Laba had the only goal for the Rangers in that game, and Shesterkin 25 of 30. They do not have a top player. 1 for 6 on the power play with a shorthanded goal against. 10 for 11 on the penalty kill with a shorthanded goal for. They're 3-5-2 at the bottom of the Metro. Number 8 in the Metro.
Hey,
Philadelphia is up next at 2-1 this week, beating Seattle 5-2. Tippett 2 goals, York 3 assists, Couturier 2 assists, Vladar 21 of 23. Lost to Ottawa 2-1. Forrester the only goal. Vladar 31 of 33, and then beat the Islanders in a shootout 4-3. Zagras 2 goals and an assist in that game. Dvorak a goal and an assist. I forgot Christian Dvorak was on Philadelphia.
I did too.
Honestly. Urson 23 of 26, and Zagras and Mishkov were the guys who scored in the shootout. Zagras and York are their top players with 4 points apiece.
Nice.
And I gave it to both of them because both of them had a game where they had 3 points. So
Yeah, that's fair.
they were 3 for 10 on the power play with a shorthanded goal against. 12 for 13 on the penalty kill. Pretty good penalty kill. And Philadelphia's sitting at 4-3-1. Right in the pack. Right in the middle of the pack. All right. How about the Penguins, huh? 2-0-1 this week. I don't want to get too cocky, but I'm feeling pretty good about what this team looks like right now. Honestly. From what people expected, this team looks miles better than what everybody, myself included, assumed they were going to be this season.
Absolutely.
They beat Vancouver 5-1. Vancouver scored in the first minute of this game.
Yes.
Wait, I was watching this with my mom, and I was like, oh, here we go. Of course I'm visiting my mom, so they're gonna play like shit while I'm here. No, they won 5-1. Brazeau had a goal and 2 assists. I think his first game ever where he had 3 points. I don't know what new gear this guy has found on the Penguins, but he has been playing great for them. And Mantha, goal and an assist, also been playing pretty well for the Penguins.
And I'm surprised with that because last year he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
early
mean,
in
look,
the season.
this line, those two guys are on the same line with Evgeny Malkin. Not a very fast line, but they're all humongous.
They're all giants.
They're all 6'5 plus, which I remember a beat reporter being like, this line is really slow. I don't know why they want to play this line. And then 2 games into the season, he was like, never mind. He's like, this line is, they're just so big that they have just such long reaches that they just get around it, or they can catch everybody. And I've been calling them the we got the meats line because they're just big beefy boys. Yeah, you were gonna say something.
Well, Mantha coming back from an ACL is hard. So
absolutely.
He's even slower than he normally is, and he's not normally slow, but
he's been picking it up. The first few games, he looked kind of wishy-washy, but the last he scored 4 games in a row or something like that.
Look, I'm not gonna spoil the final score of the game that they just played tonight.
Oh no, I saw. I was checking.
But the Penguins scored 2 goals in the first minute.
Yep. Well, and then they blew that lead before the first period was over. But
yeah, but it doesn't matter.
So, yeah, I mean, hey, look, they might crash and burn. I think that's very possible to happen. They look pretty good right now. You can't take that away from them.
No, you can't.
Letang also had 2 assists in this game, and Shilovs was 23 of 24. They beat Florida, as Clay already mentioned, 5-3. Crosby 2 goals and an assist in that game. Raquel, Malkin, and Carlson all had 2 points. Carlson also playing really well for the Penguins. He hasn't scored a goal yet, but he has a bunch of assists. And who knew that Parker Wotherspoon was the guy that he needed? Speaking of the game tonight, I was watching it before we started recording. Parker Wotherspoon sniped a goal. Absolute snipe of a shot to score. And I was like, who is this guy? Where did this guy come from? Jari, 34 of 37 in that game, but I will say Jari really held down the fort towards the end of the game. He was getting peppered with shots. So he's been playing pretty okay this year so far. And then they lost in a shootout to Columbus 5-4, as I already mentioned. Letang and Mantha each had a goal and an assist in this game. Malkin 2 assists. They overcame a 4-2 deficit with 4 minutes left in the game. 5 minutes left in the game, something like that. So Columbus did blow that lead, but they did end up winning in the shootout. Shilovs 36 of 40 in that one. I believe they got outshot 40-25 in that game.
Gotcha.
Washington. Oh, I'm sorry. Malkin, 5 assists to be their top player. 5 for 10 on the power play. I believe they have the top power play in the league right now. They did going into the Columbus game. I know that for sure.
Top power play. Get out of my way. Sorry.
You're okay.
A pop-up hit came.
I knew exactly what you were talking to.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Their power play has been ripping so far this year.
Number 2 is Minnesota. Number 3 is Dallas.
I'm a little surprised Minnesota's is number 2, but whatever.
Again, best power play, worst penalty kill.
Worst penalty kill. Hey, no. Second best power play, second worst penalty kill.
That's true.
They got it. They got it. Pittsburgh was 6 for 8 on the penalty kill. They're 6-2-1 on the season. Second place in the Metro right now.
Yes.
Crazy. Washington went 2-1 this week. Good week for them. Beat Seattle 4-1. Outshot Seattle, I believe you mentioned, 34-19.
No, I haven't talked about them yet.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. There was another game you said. Yeah. Oh, it was the Ottawa game. That's what I was thinking of. Dowd, a goal and an assist. Protas, 2 assists. Thompson, 18 of 19. They beat Columbus 5-1. Ovechkin, a goal and an assist. That's 899 for his career so far.
Yep.
And, I mean, he has the most goals already, so obviously he's going to be the first guy to hit 900. God knows if anybody's ever going to do that again.
It wasn't going to be in his 1500th game. Talk about that.
Oh, come on. McMichael and Carlson had a goal and an assist on that 5-1 win, and Thompson was 34 of 35. And then they lost 7-1 to Ottawa, as we already kind of chuckled about. Got outshot 34-13, 1 for 4 on the penalty kill. There's part of the problem right there. Trevor Van Riemsdyk had the only goal for Washington, while Charlie Lindgren, right?
Yes.
Was 27 of 34 in that game, in for all 7 goals.
Yeah, you don't get to get out of that one.
Well, hey, you know what? Because it padded Thompson's stats this week because he's their top player, going 52 of 54. Good for a .963 save percentage and 1.00 goals against. 3 for 9 on the power play, 6 for 9 on the penalty kill, inverse of each other. That's always fun. And Washington is 6-3 currently.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go real quick before I run through the Pacific. I'm going to go through all of the penalty kills that are in the 60%.
Oh, yeah, gimme.
All right. The only one from the Atlantic is the Ottawa Senators at 64.5%.
Oof. That's bad. I mean, we're only 3 weeks into the year, but that's really bad.
And there's 2 in the Metro. It is the Washington Capitals at 66.7. And the Columbus Blue Jackets at 60.7.
Dead last.
Then you have the Central, and it is the Dallas Stars at 67.9.
Oof.
I kind of knew it was that low because of
the numbers I've been reading off to you.
Yes, and I've played against.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota with 60.9.
Minnesota.
The Kraken have 69.6, so like you can round up to 70, but I'm not gonna.
Well, hey, they go to the 10th, so that's how we count it.
I know, but then there's the San Jose Sharks with 65.6.
That seems correct for them.
Yeah.
The Islanders not even down there. Look at them improving.
Oh, look at them.
Alrighty. All right, on to the Pacific then.
On to the Pacific. First up is Anaheim, who went 2-1 this week. They talked about all these games. They beat Nashville 5-2. Frick, I forgot his name. Ross Johnston had a goal and 2 assists.
I think that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wrote the R, and that was my fault.
Ross, maybe Rob, maybe Rick. Who knows? Ross sounds correct, though.
I think it's Ross. They beat Boston 7-5. Mikkel Granlund 2 goals and 3 assists in this game.
God damn.
He went off. And they lose to Tampa Bay.
Who knew he just had to go to San Jose to fix his career?
Who knew that they just had to put him on a line with shooters
True. True. That's just
instead
all
of
they had to do. Instead of whatever
just
Pittsburgh decided to
passers?
do.
Let's all just pass to each other.
Yeah.
No one wanted to shoot on that line. The 3-4 loss against Tampa, Terry had a goal and assist. Two players. Granlund had 5 points, but it was all in one game. Two other players had 5 points, so they're going to be their top players, and that is Troy Terry and Jake Trouba.
Oh, wow. Hey, look at him.
Trouba also had 2 goals and 3 assists this week, and I believe Terry had 3 goals and 2 assists.
All
I
right.
didn't write it down, but
It feels
there
like Trouba has like kind of fixed his shit since going to Anaheim. We haven't really talked about him that much.
I think he's thrown one.
Hey, it's been like a
Egregious
year and change at this point, so that's pretty good for him.
Yeah. But it's amazing how Anaheim is like New York West right now with like Trouba,
Oh
Kreider,
yeah, Frank
like,
Petrano too. He used to be on the
Petrano,
Rangers.
I think that's it right now. But
I hate
like
all those guys.
Kreider and
I'm
Trouba are
so
big Rangers.
happy. I'm so happy. Kreider is in the Western Conference, and the Penguins only have to play him twice. Motherfucker.
He'll still score 4 goals on you.
I'm aware. He already has 2.
Yeah, exactly. Their power play was 1 for 10. Their penalty kill was 6 for 9. They are 4-3-1 on the season, so not bad
Not bad.
for Anaheim compared to last year.
So many teams in that 4-3-1, 4-4 range right now.
Calgary.
Not Calgary.
This was no, not Calgary. This was the team that last year I thought was going to be the worst team in the league.
Oh, I gotcha. Now
This
they're
was-
almost there. Well,
It-
they're down there. Are they in last place right now?
I think they are.
Here, I can check.
No, you don't need to. It's them.
It's either them or the Sharks. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right, because the Sharks were ahead of them and didn't have a win yet. Because
Yeah.
they had a game in hand on them. That's crazy.
And St. Louis Blues are only 2 points above them.
Ugh.
So 1-2-1 this week. A 1-2 loss against Winnipeg. Wolf. 926 save percentage. A 1-2 overtime loss against Montreal. 929 by Wolf in net there. 3-5 loss against Winnipeg again. Backlund did have a goal and an assist. And then a 5-1 win against the Rangers.
Yeah.
This is only the third game that they have scored 3 goals
Oh my God.
this season in 10 games.
Jesus Christ, this team.
Coleman had 2 goals. Like, their scoring is the biggest problem, and the lack thereof.
Yeah.
They've had 3 games with 3+ goals, and 2 of them were 3 goals. Actually, excuse
Incredible.
me, I feel like I messed that up because
Well, that game against
no, I was right. I only counted the shootout win as 3 goals.
gotcha. That win against the Rangers is the first time they even led in the season so far,
Yes.
which is just insane to even consider.
And that 3-5 loss against Winnipeg was only the second time in the season they had scored 3 goals in a game.
Oh my God.
So
Jesus
yeah,
Christ,
it's
Calgary.
not great. Their top player is Dustin Wolf.
Yeah.
In a 1-2-1 week, he stopped 108 of 117 shots
Oh my God.
for a 923 save percentage and a 2.25 goals against average.
This poor kid. Score him some fucking goals. I was just
That
looking at their
means-
like schedule. There's so many games where they scored 1 goal. There's so
Yes.
many.
That he's a 2.25 goals against average. So if you score 3 goals,
God, you're probably gonna win.
you're probably gonna win.
Holy shit, this poor kid.
This poor kid.
He might
Coleman
fuck
had 3
around and
goals.
win the Vesna on the worst team in the league.
Really might. Coleman had 3 goals and 1 assist in this week, but Wolf is their top player.
Oh yeah.
2-7-1.
We're getting to the territory where that's going to be a hard hole to dig yourself out of.
Yeah, you can't do it.
If you even think you can. They're
They're
already
not doing it.
5 regulation games under 500.
They're already receiving calls for players.
Yeah, I mean, no shit. If you're the other GMs, just be like, what do you want for Coleman?
What do you want for Cad? Like, we'll take Kadri for cheap.
Yeah, if you
Start your
retain
rebuild.
50%, I'll give you a 3rd-round pick for Kadri. You know?
Yeah, start your rebuild now. But yeah, last year I thought they were going to be the worst team in the league. They fought for a playoff spot, didn't quite make it. And,
They were close.
Now they are
God
what I think they were
awful.
last year.
They're god awful. At least San Jose scores goals. They just don't play defense.
No, they're starting to play more defense. Let's move on. Talk about Edmonton. They went 2-1-1 this week. The 3-2 overtime win against Ottawa. Isaac Howard gets his first career goal. I will say the turnover that McDavid caused to have the puck come to Howard in the offensive zone, he was hooking and tripping the hell out of. I don't know who it was. It was either like Talbot or like McDavid should have gotten a penalty call on him. So, like that was bad. But Howard gets his goal. Then the 6-5 win against Montreal. McDavid 3 assists in this game. They were 63% on the faceoff dot. The 2-3 loss against Seattle. And then a 3-4 overtime loss against Vancouver. Draisaitl did have 2 goals in this game. They were 6 for 12 on the power play.
Yikes.
7 for 9 on the penalty kill. So, at least the power play is working.
Yeah, 50% on that power play. That's pretty good.
Draisaitl is their top player with 3 goals and 3 assists.
All right. Just like Ryan O'Reilly this week. On par with Ryan O'Reilly.
Los Angeles is up next. They went 3-0-1.
Hey, all right. LA needed a good week.
They played your teams.
Yeah.
The 2-1 overtime win against St. Louis, where Adrian Kempe gets the overtime game winner plus another assist. They outshoot St. Louis 28-18. Then the 3-2 overtime win against Dallas. Kempe is the overtime hero yet again. And then immediately does horns down to the Dallas fans.
That probably pissed them off so much.
That probably made them furious. And he's Swedish.
Good for him, though. That's a great taunt.
That's a great taunt. Shootout loss against Nashville, like you said, went 9 rounds. Outshot Nashville 40-25 and blocked. The block shots were 19-8 in favor of Nashville. So, 59 shots,
33 against.
So 33 against. And then the 3-1 win against Chicago. 2 for 12 on the power play, 12 for 15 on the penalty kill. Adrian Kempe is their top player with 3 goals, 3 assists.
Thank God he doesn't have an extension yet.
No, thank God.
I'm sure it'll happen, but they should work on that.
Rob Blake.
Mm-hmm.
He got fired as the GM. Mutually parted ways.
Mm-hmm.
He actually, before this season, he came out and said, I quit.
Okay.
And no, it makes sense because he's just like, I'm all about accountability. We didn't have a contract extension set up,
Hmm.
but we were in conversations. But I just lost in the first round to Edmonton 4 years in a row. If I want to preach accountability, I kind of can't come back.
You know what? Respect. That's
And honestly, yeah,
respect. Yeah, that's.
absolutely.
I can't really fault that.
No, not at all.
That's a hell of a stance to have. So
Um, and
honorable.
his defense was the problem. Like
Yeah.
the defense is like he brought in Edmondson. Like his defense is one of the
Rob
problems.
Blake, the noted defensive defenseman in his career. His defense
I mean-
was bad.
Well, that's not how you play defense anymore.
True. Not how he played it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he likes those big defensive defenseman guys.
Mm-hmm. Those don't
That's
work
not what
so
the league
much
is
anymore. Yeah. I mean, they can work in a defense, but they can't be like the main part of the defense.
Correct. Next up is San Jose. They went 2-2 this week. The 3-4 loss against the Islanders. They were 1 for 3 on the penalty kill, but they did have a shorthanded goal for. Colin Graff had a goal and an assist this game.
I have no idea who that is, so good on him.
Then the 6-5 overtime win against the New York Rangers. Macklin Celebrini had 5.93 goals, 2 assists.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
You didn't talk about Taylor Radish's hat trick in this game.
Yes, I did.
Oh, sorry.
I said Taylor Radish, of all people on the Rangers, had a hat trick.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You
I
weren't
was looking
listening.
at-
You weren't listening.
Did you say that he had a shorthanded goal in his hat trick?
No.
Haha.
Fair enough. You got me.
Gotcha. The 1-3 loss against the Devils, outshot 29-17, like you probably said, and then the 6-5 overtime win against Minnesota. Eklund 2 goals and assists in this game. They were 4-for-14 on the power play with a shorthanded goal against. Oh, this penalty kill. This penalty kill. This penalty kill.
What was it?
9, 4, 16.
Oh, no. That's so bad.
Shorthanded goal 4, but 10 for
Ugh.
16 is not better.
I think that's the most goals against on the penalty kill this week, definitely.
Macklin Celebrini is their top player.
I think
With
technically percentage-wise, whoever went 2 for 6 was worse, but
Worse, but yeah.
yeah.
Macklin Celebrini, 5 goals, 5 assists, top player.
Hell yeah, a high watermark of points this week.
Seattle also went 2-2. Oh, San Jose's 2-5-2. Seattle also went 2-2, losing to Philadelphia, like you said. They're on a kind of East Coast swing because they played Philadelphia, Washington, then made their way back to Winnipeg and Edmonton, all away. 2-5 loss against Philadelphia, where I don't see much about this game, but the penalty minutes were 28-32 in Philadelphia's favor.
Huh. I mean, it might have just been one of those games where the teams were taking dumbass penalties left and right.
Probably, but
I don't remember seeing like fights or anything like that from this game.
but Seattle was 1 for 6 and on the power play that game, and then 2 for 4 on the penalty kill. So there was that doesn't
Oh,
seem.
so there were offsetting penalties, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem to add up to 28-32.
Oh, maybe there was a scrum of some sort in this game.
The 1-4 loss against Washington. Then they shut out Winnipeg 3-0. Schwartz 2 goals and an assist, and then the 3-2 win against Edmonton, 2 goals in this game. 1 for 12 on the power play, 7 for 11 on the penalty kill. Not good.
No.
5-2-2 on the season.
So those were their first 2 regulation losses this week.
Really?
So, yeah, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So now I think everyone has a regulation loss?
Everyone has regulation
Yeah.
losses. Vancouver, 1-3 this week. They finished up a road, like the Pittsburgh-Nashville games were finishing up a long road trip.
Mm-hmm.
The 1-5 loss against Pittsburgh, like you said. The 2-1 loss against Nashville. Demko was their top player in this game with a 9.43 save percentage. 3-4 loss against Montreal. Elias Pettersson had a 3-point night, 1 goal. The forward, 1 goal, 2 assists. And then 4-3 overtime win against Edmonton. Kiefer Sherwood, 2 goals in this game. 2 for 13 on the power play. 8 for 13 on the penalty kill.
Ugh.
Connor Garland and Elias Pettersson, the forward, 2 goals, 3 assists to be co-top players.
Right on.
Right before they got to play the Rangers.
Oh, I guess we'll see what happens in that game.
We'll see what happens in that game.
Battle of the Bads.
Well, more Miller Pettersson rematch.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Oh, I hope they fight. Wouldn't that be so funny if they fought?
That'd be hilarious. Two
guys who do not fight.
We're gonna finish up with Vegas. I just wanted to see when next week that New York Vancouver matchup is. It's tomorrow.
Is it in Vancouver?
No,
Oh,
yeah, it is.
I was gonna say I might watch that if not, but never mind.
They go to the Garden December 16th.
Do you think JT Miller is gonna get booed in Vancouver?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Finishing up with Vegas. Vancouver's 5-5.
Okay.
So
that's okay. They're
3 losses this week gets them to 5. So like they were doing pretty well before.
Sure. First bad
Vegas,
week.
1-1-1. Talked about the 4-1 win against Carolina. This was a battle of undefeateds. And Vegas, in a statement win, beats Carolina 4-1. Barbashev a goal and an assist. Akira Schmid in net. And then they get shut out by Florida next game, 3-0.
Yeah, there you go.
And then they lose to Tampa in overtime, 2-1. Cam Lindbaum in net.
Oh, right, because Aiden Hill's hurt.
Week to week.
Yeah.
0 for 9 on the power play, 12 for 12 on the penalty kill. They don't get a top player.
Fair enough.
But before we leave, do you want to hear the top 3 players, the NHL leaders in points, top 3?
Yes.
Starting off, number 1, Nick Schmaltz.
What? He's the leader in points right now?
7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points in 10 games played.
Good for him. He's having a great start to his season.
Next up is Jack Eichel, 6 goals, 10 assists in 9 games played. And then Macklin Celebrini, 6 goals, 9 assists.
Uh-oh. Macklin Celebrini's arrived.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. As always, we can be found wherever podcasts are found. Give us a rate, review, subscribe, wherever applicable. And we will see you next week for week 4 of the NHL season. And anything and everything that happens therein at the same puck time.
Same puck play.
Goodbye.